Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's episode of The Fishing Teacher, and thank you very much for joining me for today's video and spending some time with me. Really appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite colors of soft plastic lures, and that's the black sapphire. It's the black that's got some blue in it. Guys, under certain conditions, this color is unbeatable, especially for big fish. And I want to really isolate the specific set of conditions this color works the best in. Gives you some tips and advice on how to catch fish under those conditions. So we'll get into that in today's video. Also, guys, quick reminder about our summer Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns. You got them up on the fishthemoment.com website. These are maps I build for fishthemoment.com that gives you 40 good GPS waypoints for any lake that you want to fish across the country, tips and advice on how to fish each spot. And it's a really good resource about learning more about your favorite lake or any lake you've never been to. So they got a big long list of the maps I built there. So I'll put the Fish the Moment lake map breakdown link in the description if you guys want to check that out and get you one. Okay guys, this is one of my favorite colors. This is the Zoom Z-Hog, which is one of my favorite colors to fish the black sapphire in. And if you can see it, it's just black that's got blue and blue flake in it. Really, really good looking in the water. And the difference, I sort of want to do a comparison amongst three of the most popular soft plastic colors in relationship to the black sapphire. So first of all, let's talk about just the difference between a solid black. This is just like a solid black Z-Hog, and this is the black sapphire. You know, you can see it's pretty similar in the fact that there is quite a bit of black on it, except you don't have the blue on it. So the difference on this between this and then the other extreme of a green pumpkin, which are the most popular colors, it's all about water visibility, watercolor. So we'll talk about the dirty water up to clear water. The dirtiest water that you fish, in other words, water visibilities that are sort of like under 7 or 8, 9 inches, dirty water like that, a black is hard to beat because black silhouettes in that dirty water good, and fish can pick up on it real good. But what you're gonna find, if that water gets a little bit cleaner, let's say that water visibility is like a foot and a half, the solid black will not work as good as the black sapphire. This is when I go to the black sapphires, when I have that water visibility really sort of between 1 and 2 foot. A foot to 2 foot is sort of my zone for the black sapphire. And guys, under those conditions, there's not a better color that you can use. There's something about the darkness of the top part of it. It silhouettes, the water's still stained, but yet you still have enough visibility that you need a little bit of color and a little bit of flash. And that's why the blue on there generates that strike in a little bit cleaner water. Now, once you get over about probably 1.5 foot, 2 foot of visibility, it just depends on the sunlight conditions and the light intensity too. But really, once you get over water visibility of about like that, or even about like that, you're gonna find that your green pumpkins start to produce more. It's just more of a subtle, natural color. And so these three colors right here will cover most of your water clarity conditions. But the main thing I want to talk about, guys, is the black sapphire in that zone of sort of that, you know, a foot to really about, I'm going to say 12 to 15, 16 inches. There's that little small window there that they will bite this better than anything else. Now, the thing about that, usually when you have that type of water clarity, you need to have it in association with some type of cover. I have never done that good on a black sapphire, just fishing it around areas that don't have cover. You need some type of wood cover or grass cover for it to really be good. Ideally, this is one of the best flooded bush type colors that you can have. If you got flooded vegetation, you've got about 1.5 foot of water visibility, and that black sapphire is gonna be really good. It's good on a jig trailer, the same situation. Also with that, if you got the same conditions like in grass or maybe flipping to dock piling, can be really good. But that's the window for it. That's one of the things to consider when you're picking out your colors of the lure. It's all about water clarity and light intensity. Light intensity will also affect how a lure looks in the water, because say for example, you take this black sapphire and you're fishing it, the water visibility is 12 inches. If you have a sunny day, it's gonna look completely different in the water, how it silhouettes and flashes versus if you have a cloudy or rainy day. So that's another thing to remember. So let's say, for example, you're fishing out and it's one of those days where it's you got a light to moderate rain all day long. You might be able to catch them on the black sapphire down into water visibilities of 2.5 or 3 feet under those low light conditions. And at times, if it's super bright, say for example, it's super bright, there's no wind whatsoever, fish are spooky, sometimes this will work in a little bit dirtier water too, since your light intensities are a lot brighter. But I'll give you guys a tip right off the bat. If you're trying to keep your color selections basic and you don't want to spend a lot of money, these are the 3 colors you need. You need a green pumpkin for water visibilities over 2.5 feet. You need the black sapphire, and I'll link all these in my Tackle Warehouse link in my Tackle Warehouse description, guys, if you want to pick up some of these Zoom Z hogs in the black sapphire. Black sapphire, 1 to 2 foot of visibility. Solid black or black red in dirty water, under a foot visibility. So anyway, this worked pretty good for me over the years. Hope it helps you guys out. We'll talk later. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to watch the video today. Always appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite techniques to catch bass in August and September, and that's fishing boat docks with a Megabass sleeper craw, a crawdad imitator here. So I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice on how to do it and sort of what to look for, and sort of explain to you guys, how and why it works so good, especially this time of year. Also, guys, a quick reminder, we've only got a couple of days left, I think 2 days left in the July sale on my Solar Bat Series RB2 and RB3 series sunglasses. If you'd like to get a pair by the time of this sale runs out at the end of the July, you can get them. You can buy a pair and get the second pair at 60% off. So I'll put the Solar Bat link in the description if you guys would like to get you a pair before that sale runs out. Really appreciate that. Okay guys, this is a bait we've talked about and we'll probably continue to talk about on the channel. This is the Megabass sleeper craw, and if you're not familiar with it, this is a crawfish imitator that is keel weighted by Megabass. It's got a weight here on the bottom of it, and it's got the hook embedded in the top here where it sort of hides, where it makes it weedless. Nice sharp, about a 2/0 hook in there, and it's got some really elastic type plastic, so this thing holds up good. You can catch a bunch of fish on it without it tearing apart. It's just a really durable bait, and it's also very soft. Comes in a lot of different colors, and also, guys, I'll link this in my Tackle Warehouse link if you guys would like to pick up a few of them after you see the video here. But look how realistic that dude is. It looks just like a crawdad, and the cool thing about it is, guys, when it sits on the bottom, these pinchers are very buoyant. So the crawdad will set up on the bottom like this, but its pinchers are raised up in the air, almost like it's fighting you. So it sets up in the air like the pinchers are sticking straight up, almost like a crawdad is, trying to scare the bass away. So it's really a unique presentation with that. So I want to talk a little bit about how you want to fish it and what you want to look for specifically in the summer months. Now, there's 2 different structures that I've done really good on this bait before. Number one is flipping lay down trees earlier in the year, like during the pre-spawn and the spawn and the late post-spawn. And the other time is fishing it in the summertime, like July, August, and September around boat docks. A lot of people fish boat docks with finesse jigs or creature baits or Senkos or whatever. Guys, this right here will become your new favorite boat dock fishing bait once you try it. A couple different reasons why. Number one, it skips really easy. It's like you can take this thing, I usually put it on like a 7'2", that Megabass perfect pitch rod, usually like 15-pound test Seaguar and Vizex fluorocarbon, and you can skip it underneath those walkways. You can skip it way back up underneath any opening in the dock, or if you got some piling docks, it just goes almost like a rock skipping across the surface, so you can get it back into tight places, or just traditionally casting it and pitching it and flipping it around the boat docks. Normally, I'll just throw it out there, just skip it or throw it out there, let it hit the bottom, and just work it just like a jig. Nothing special about it, just sort of hop it along. Sometimes I'll just drag it a little bit. Really easy to fish, but there's something about it, guys. It's the perfect size of craw that the fish really like to eat. I mean, most bass prefer like a 2.5 or 3 inch long crawdad, which the sleeper craw is, and they just bite it really good. I don't know what it is about in the summertime around docks. I've been using it for the last 2 summers, and it's been really productive for me. But another thing about it, it's just a look a lot of the fish don't see. I mean, fish have not seen this very much. It's fairly new. A lot of people haven't ever tried it before, especially around docks. Initially, when I first got the sleeper craws, I started fishing them out off points, like I would dragging like a football head jig, and then I caught some fish flipping flooded bushes with it, lay down trees, and eventually on docks. But anyway, guys, just another lure to add to your arsenal I wanted to pass along. Megabass sleeper craw here comes in a lot of different colors. I suggest any type of just natural looking colors. They got a lot of different greens and watermelons. Like I said, you can check them out in that Tackle Warehouse link that I put in the description. So anyway, I hope it helps you guys catch a few. We'll talk later.